Hello viewers, this is Nepkal, and couldn't get Majesty running. I tried and tried and tried, so I figured I'd settle for the next best thing, and that's Majesty 2. I haven't really played any of this game, so I'm really eager to dive right into it. I'm going to start off with the Engine of Commerce. And here we are, starting the quest. Looks like our objective is to get to that port over there. And we gotta build a marketplace and get to the port before we can do anything else, I'm pretty sure. As is with Majesty 1, and Majesty 2, I don't know if it's habit, but I like to build a perimeter of guardhouses before I do anything, because, I mean, you never know. So it's a nice way to keep shit out of your kingdom that you don't want in it, and, I don't know, just a habit. I'm going, the original Majesty is like the first game that I played as a kid that I can remember thinking about playing. It's like my first cognitive awakening was playing Majesty on the PC, and I had a lot of fun. There was a lot of charm in that game. They have the same advisor voice actor for this one. Well, I'm not sure if it's the exact same guy, but at least it's a really good impression of him. Oh man. And I don't know, I really like it. I think that this game shows a lot of promise from what I've seen so far. I mean, the intro at the beginning, I didn't like its art at all, and I thought it was kind of corny. But I mean, I'm not expecting some sort of crazy narrative in something like a Kingdom Sim. But in game, I think it looks really great. Personally, I really like the individual models a lot. Getting the Warriors Guild up and running. You can see this game is very micro-intensive and macro-intensive. You could say it's a little more intensive than StarCraft 2, which is why it never really caught on in the competitive scene, is because it requires a little bit too much. You know what I mean? It'd be like a sport where it's like American football, except they also have to be riding unicycles on a tightrope. Would never catch on because there are just so few people who could handle something like that. So, I mean, I know you're probably bewildered by my APM right now. Of course, that was all a stupid joke. This game, well, the first one at least, I'm super excited to play this, but the last time I played this was like, oh my gosh, 6 months ago, if that, probably more than that. And I remember it being very difficult. I remember getting to a part with either, is it like a swarm of dragons? There's like a dragon quest, and I just got fucking wrecked every single time, and I didn't know what to do. I looked it up on the internet, and I was like, this can't be right. Like, how can anyone do this? And I looked it up, and a lot of people were saying, yeah, that quest is real difficult. It's really unforgiving, and you pretty much just have to build things perfectly in order to even help survive. And I was like, why the fuck would I want to do that? That's no fun. Part of the fun of the original was that, like, me and my brothers all three played it, and we all had kind of our favorite temples. Like, I'd always play with Duros and Agrella, with the monks and the priestesses, and my twin brother would always play with Crypto, which were like necromancer vampire girls. And then my old brother would always play with Chrome or I'm not sure. Chrome were like the barbarians with the clubs and the spiked hammers, and then there was another one which were like tribal guys that threw poison daggers and could transform. They might have been Furvos, maybe? Anyway. So, I had a point to prove with all that, but I went off on a tangent. Now I don't know. So, hopefully... Oh, that's what I was getting at. Is that I quit playing because it's like, this is horseshit that I should have to completely base my strategy around one thing, and that's the fact that, like, a fucking ton of dragons are gonna come destroy me, and I can't deviate from that whatsoever. I was like, that's not what Majesty's about. Majesty's about your own approach, doing what you like, and still being able to fail, but Jesus, not on that kind of scale. Try and put down a guard tower here, unsure of whether... Yeah, that's a good spot for it, whatever. Oh man, fucking rat pack down here, nibbling them away. So, yeah, I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Really looking forward to playing this. Maybe it's fortune that Majesty and Majesty HD wouldn't record, because it forces me to have to play this and experience it and see if it holds up at all. One thing, though, that I can tell I don't like so far, maybe it's just this level, is that, well, maybe it's just nostalgia speaking, but the music and the sound assets in the original Majesty were awesome. Like, even to this day, my brothers and I, when we're playing other games, we quote, like, the dialogues from the units, like warriors, when they die, be like, "My service ends," and if we were to die in a game, we sometimes say that. Rangers would say that they joined the Wild Spirits, so it's ingrained in all three of our brains. The original one was a great game. Just whole. I mean, as this gameplay goes along, surely I will stop tonguing the original Majesty's butthole at some point. Once these missions get a little more difficult and I get a little more frustrated and have more to say about what's actually going on. See, there's a bear den over here. Pretty problematic bears, so I figured it'd be good to destroy them before they rally up and usurp my kingdom. Kind of, I mean, I'm not, oh, okay, I don't know how to say this. See, if I preface my statement by saying, I'm not sexist, but it kind of, like, puts that into your head. That, like, oh, maybe he is sexist, because he brought it up. But, one thing I was disappointed in is that the rogues in this game are female. And, like, the rogues in the original Majesty were, like, dirty, like, hunched over fellas in tights, and I really liked that design. And they'd say really sleazy things, and it was kind of funny. They're kind of, oh man, here comes Caravan. So, oh man, a fucking pack of rats is chasing down my tax collector. Run, Jerry, or whatever your name is. What was I getting at? I'm sure it'll come to me. Anyway, I played through this mission once. Well, I didn't play through it. I got to, like, just after this part and restarted it because my video capture was fucking up. And this caravan spawned, and there were like 5 skeletons all just waiting right outside the trading post for it. And they just immediately swarmed it and killed it. And they're like, oh, you failed. You have to wait 5 minutes for another one to spawn. Man, a royal rumble going on at that bear cave. I was like, what the shit is this? Like, I didn't even have a chance to... How could I anticipate that? So, that didn't happen this time, though, so, looking like I'm gonna get the very first one. Things are kind of slow going right now. Kind of rolling over the idea of getting a statue, but fuck it. Fuck it. I don't think I have a blacksmith, though. So, gonna get that. One thing that I've noticed, like right here, is that placement of buildings in this game is pretty finicky so far. Maybe it's just the terrain, or maybe there's just something. Maybe I just need to get used to it. Like the movement in DayZ. I just recently started playing it, like, I don't know, a week ago, and I was pulling my hair out. It drove me so crazy how stupid I thought the movement was. But once I got used to it, now it's like second nature. So maybe that's what this is like. Maybe not. Maybe it's just shit. That's telling me how to do something really obvious that I already know how to do. But now I can finally start building the 3 trading posts, which are the... See, I don't know why I can't place this. Is it because I don't have full vision of the camp thing? Well, hopefully some poor slob is down on his luck and wanders out through bare forest in order to buy himself a Kit Kat or something. So now it's more about building these 3 trading posts. One thing I didn't notice. Seems like this game moves really slow. So maybe there's a way to speed it up. Oh, holy shit. It's like a fucking bear party out there. So, trying to get my here's all tooled up. One thing that's cool about blacksmith that I just noticed is that, well, not just noticed, but it's good to bring up because I just used blacksmith, is that in the original Majesty, you'd build a blacksmith and it'd be like upgrade to level 1 armor or level 1 weapons, and those are your 2 decisions. And you'd do that, then you'd have to upgrade the blacksmith again, then upgrade to level 2 armor, 2 weapons, and do that over and over until you got to level 4 or 5. But that kind of stuff seems to be cut down on this, like, at least from this one, there's only like, you can upgrade cloth armor, leather armor, or mail armor, and swords, wands, or bows. So there's a bit more decision making to be had rather than just upgrade everybody's weapon and then have to do that 5 times. You know what I mean? Sure, yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I'm getting at. I noticed that with the guard towers, like, in the original one, like, with the guard tower, you'd have to... Okay, I gotta discover this place before I can fucking build on it. You'd have to put down the guard tower, and there'd have arrows. It'd shoot basic arrows, and you'd have to upgrade it to level 2, and then once it's finished building level 2, then you could get the elite guards upgrades. But in this, it looks like you just build the tower and it has the arrows, but then you upgrade it to level 2 and it gets fire arrows. You don't have to research anything else, so hopefully that's how it is. A little less having to keep your eye on a building every 5 minutes, or not 5 minutes, like 2 minutes, to make sure, you actually buy the upgrade after you upgrade the building, so. Oh man, trading post numbered, what, 2? Alright, Srogue's gonna go out there and build it herself. Matressa the Charming. Okay. And bears and undead everywhere. Oh. I don't know how to get rid... Okay, delete. First time I started this level when I had to restart it. I put those down and I didn't know how to get rid of them. But I guess it's delete. We all know now. Oh, holy shit. Poor Matilda. Ah, son of a bitch. Oh man, he's here to save the day. No, skeleton, son of a bitch! Stop! Stop it! Well, son of a bitch. Looks like I'm just gonna have to build again. Matilda died. What the fuck? See? Okay, maybe that thing has to respawn before I can do it. Come on now. Okay, there we go. Matilda died in vain. That Salvatore's... Oh, holy shit. See? It's all coming back to me now, how difficult this game was. I mean, this is relatively easy. Right now. But it's... The enemies are so much more aggressive and relentless in this than they were in the original, it seems. Except for, like, some of the ones in the original. I'm not sure if any of you played the original. Or if you haven't, then I guess I'm giving you a little bit of information on it. Maybe you'll go get a hold of it somehow. Maybe you'll buy it on Steam. I mean, it wouldn't record, but it runs just fine. So if you're interested in playing it, I'm pretty sure they have Majesty... I had the original Majesty Gold Edition, and then they gave me Gold HD when it came out for free, so that's pretty cool. I don't like Gold HD at all, though, because all it does is make the window smaller so that it's HD. It doesn't actually... Okay, here's our third trading post. It doesn't actually make anything HD, it just makes... So, it's in the original... box, the original sized window, just with a fucking giant border around it. So if you're like, oh, I'm gonna play it in 1920 by 1080p Majesty, well, the actual screen where shit is going on, the actual box is still, what, like 600 by 480 or something like that? And there's just like a giant fucking border all around it, so it was free, I guess. So, I mean, if you can get a hold of Majesty Gold Edition, not Gold HD or whatever, I recommend that. Oh, man. Oh, man. I got all three of them, so... Oh, there we go. Oh, we did it. I did it with my amazing APM Lord. What is this like? Does this have... I guess I'll select my highest level warrior. Sir Orgoth Friendly. Well, there's the engine of commerce down. Thanks for joining me. I'm really looking forward to this. I love the original, and this one's looking really good too. So, if you'd like to stick around, I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe if you want to keep up to date. If you liked it, let me know. If you didn't, let me know I can do better. And I'll see you next time.